This is Sergio with Cage Side Press. I am joined today by UFC lightweight Dakota Bush. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain with life right now. That's for sure.
And unlike the other two times I interviewed you, I get to say UFC lightweight Dakota Bush. How cool does that feel?
It's just a dream come true. All the hard work and sacrifices have finally paid off. So it's nice to hear that in front of the name finally.
Yeah, man. You could change letters from MMA fighter to UFC fighter. Um, I know we've spoke a lot on the regional scene about your goal to reach to the UFC. Obviously, now you're here, but do you feel like in a way you got to get that UFC victory in order to really claim that title?
Yeah, that's the main thing. I don't feel like I truly belong yet until I get that first W.
So I want to talk a little bit about that debut. Obviously, just like a lot of fighters right now that are making it to the UFC, you have to do it on short notice. Overall, I thought you looked amazing in that first round. What was the game plan going into it? Was it just going out and doing it early, or what was the game plan heading into that?
So like I don't know if everyone knows or not. Took the fight on 6 days' notice. Had a big weight cut. So we knew my gas tank was going to be compromised. So with that being said, we were just thinking, let's try to get him out early. Let's get him out in the first round and go guns a blazing and you know and if it don't get him out in the first round, just go as long as you can. So um, first round, I won on all three scorecards. And then just started to fade from there, but that was just a lack of time. So um, I, I'm super excited, to show the world what I can do on a full camp.
It was also against a very dangerous Austin Hubbard. Austin Hubbard, who a lot of he's very well known. He's a dangerous lightweight. Did you have time to look at film and study for him, or was it more just like let's just go with the flow, do what we do?
I've seen Hubbard fight, multiple times, even on the LFA circuit. Uh, I thought we might cross paths, in the LFA before, but he ended up getting signed. But I've always had a feeling that him and I were going to fight each other. So, when it happened, I've already watched him fight. I knew what he was about. I knew it was going to be a super tough fight. But I was ready for it, mentally wise and game plan wise. It was just cardio was the only thing that I was lacking in that fight.
And that leads us into this one. You get a full training camp, man. You're facing Zhu Rong in September. How do you feel about this matchup?
I'm super excited for this matchup. Actually, all of us, my coaches, everyone, we've really broke this guy down, and he's got a very one dimensional game, I believe, and I expect the best version of him though. He's down at American Top Team now. He's gonna be getting work in with killers, but I don't think it's enough time for him to really change those tendencies and break the habits he has. So I just think I'm more well rounded. I believe I'm better everywhere, and I think if we scratch all that, I think I'm more of a dog than he is as well. So um, I just think I go out there and I'm confident, and I just impose my will. I think I get him out of there under 15 minutes.
I love it. I love it. He's training at American Top Team, but you're also training at a very well-renowned gym in Glory MMA. Working with guys like James Krause. The list goes on and on. The amount the guys there. I just saw a picture of you and Gallagher. What's it like training at Glory MMA?
It's been nice. The guys here are super welcoming. Everyone here has invited me in, and some gyms you go to, you don't get that welcoming environment. You could go in there and you feel like you really got to fight to make yourself present in the room, and not here at all. It's a great environment. Working out all the kinks in my game, and just really evolving and taking that next step, and had to get out of my comfort zone, to come up here, leave my family, and leave my coach, and you know I still have them. I still train at the pit, and I still gonna be there. Just doing my camps up here now, and uh, it's just been a blessing, and I can't wait, to show the world, once again, what I've been working on and how everything's going to come to fruition.
Obviously, James Krause is a huge component of that camp there. But who have been your main training partners throughout this camp?
So far, I've been mixing it up really well, but like Grant Dawson, I get good rounds in with Grant every day. Some guys like Jason High, Mike Breeden, even James Gallagher. It's just there's so many guys in this room that are in the UFC and Bellator, or right on the cusp of making that leap to the next level.
One of the things I wanted to talk about was in your UFC debut, you got to compete in the Apex, place you're going to be familiar with come September. Are you excited to compete in front of the crowd, or do you think that getting a couple of almost like a tune-up, you get to do it in an empty arena? Do you feel like that benefits you?
Yeah, I think I've made that walk in the Apex, and I know what it's like to fight in front of nobody. And his first fight, he fought in front of a full capacity crowd. So um, I don't know if he got jitters and he didn't perform, and he might show up a different animal, and that's what I'm going to expect. But I definitely think I have the advantage, as far as anywhere the fight goes, but as well as I've been to the Apex, I've made the walk, I've been in there in the corner a couple times. So I know the environment, I know the hotel, I know how everything works, all the kinks in the game. So I think it's just I'm ahead of the eight ball and he's a little bit behind.
I know a big part of your life is fighting. Another big part of it is fishing. Have you had a chance to get some fishing in while you're out there?
No, I haven't fished at all. I've been so busy up here, you know, training a couple times a day and just staying super busy. But today I did go out and play around a disc golf with Julian Marquez. So that was a good, fun day and a good release from fighting.
Is that your typical way of celebrating after a fight? Is to go out and fish?
Yeah, I really wanted to fish a lot more this summer, and me and my coach Patrick Smith, we wanted to get out a lot more, but we didn't get out as much as we liked. We hit the rivers a couple times, and I actually caught my personal best smallmouth. So I mean, it wasn't a horrible summer, but I didn't get to fish as much as I liked.
It's kind of funny because like about a month ago, everyone was posting pictures of their fish. Justin James, Clay Guida, Conor McGregor, the list goes on and on. You're up there. I mean, you're one of the best fishermen, if not the best fisherman in the UFC. What's your claim to be like? Hey, like guys, don't forget about me.
I really think I think Chad Mendez and Clay Guida are two of the top, but I would definitely throw myself in the top three. Uh, when we go to Florida every year, me and my coach, uh, just the shark fishing we do, he's got all the reels and the setup, and you know, it's a team effort. But if you throw him and I together, if he was in the UFC, I'd put the house on it that he's the best fisherman in the UFC. He's pretty much taught me everything I know, and fishing and fighting. So, uh, it's all because of him. But yeah, I definitely think I'm top three in the UFC for sure.
I love it. Fights around the corner, man. For people who haven't had a chance to watch your debut, what can they expect from you come September?
It's just going to be heavy pressure. I'm going to be in his face. I'm going to be mixing it up really well and just throwing some unorthodox strikes and, different position stances, just heavy pressure. And, if it hits the mat, I don't see it, going much further. I just think I'm light years ahead of him on the ground. And I'm saying this humbly, I'm not going to be cocky or arrogant. I'm going to respect the game, like, uh, you can go in there arrogant and then all it takes is one punch, and I'm going to be cautious and aware of that, but I can't respect him to a T to where I don't perform, so I'm going to go out there and just try to impose my will, be confident and fight smart and hard, and I just don't see me not coming out with the W.
And then before we end it, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors or social media you'd like to plug before we end it?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone in my life that's helped me get to this point, all my training partners back home, my coach and all the guys up here at Glory with, James and there's just too many people, and then all my sponsors, I got all the people that came up helping me through the local scene. Just there's so many, it's hard to keep up, but they know who they are, and I appreciate them greatly. And this why I do it. It's to make a name, and for the fans and the people that believe in me. That's why I do, and it helps.